Hey everybody, welcome back to Final Fantasy Dawntrail for a calculated evolution. We learned some stuff last time. We had to do some like cool number pads and like water pipes sort of situation. Right, I'll get this door open. Yes, please do so. Don't electrocute yourself now, Shell. Oh. In here, surely got to be the biggest amount of lore that awaits us, right? I'm expecting big exposition cutscene in here. We're not even getting in. Not even getting in the door before cutscene action. It's above, is that? Well, there ain't no gods above, remember? We did that. Oh, see, it's the key. I told you. There's a symbol outside. The key to interdimensional fusion? Looks to be the schematic on the monitor. Used to make another key, but it's missing the shard inside, like the other one Strife has. We may have been laboring under misconception. The key was originally a Amelia relic. Once this treasure came into the possession of the preservation, began working to harness the power to cross dimensions. Aside from the crystal, we could all see the vessel components. The components were considered here, were constructed here. So that might tell us the crystal itself is the key. Now, that would be the logical conclusion, yes. It is as my parents explained. The key remains shrouded in mystery. Preservation augmented it with electrope, but never grasped the technology, undying principles. I forgot about this. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanics of the interdimensional fusion. Not who imbued the key with its power, not when they did so, or why. Now it makes sense. The clerics can track the key because it's a vessel that was made by preservation. I believe there is much we may learn from this in this room. On to our next visit. I will have to enlist your Stolter assistance for a thorough investigation. I too am curious about the great many things, but pinning down Calyx's whereabouts is our priority. Hopefully there is a security card here that grants us access to the director's office. The research conducted in the lab appears to have been highly confidential in nature. Some of the personnel may have belonged to the organization's upper echelons, and that means higher security clearance. We should look out for any cards left behind. Remember, anything less than a level 3 is no good to us. Okay. Level 3, it's got a storage crate here. Hello. No storage crate, no documents and binders. Nothing good. Yo, Gorja, what are you looking at? Yo, he's like 3D printing more keys. Why are they making so many vessels? Do the other ones not work properly? I don't know. Why? I can't get like a good look. They're not tall enough. How a lot of fellas feel. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why they'd be making so many. This one in the middle here. Yo, Sphere, what you found underneath there? I'll search through these drawers. Okay. Right, all my retainers are returning. Yo, welcome on, what you got? Maybe someone left it on a shelf somewhere. Maybe. Only I'd hope that I'll find evidence of my parents here, despite knowing that there is none. We're gonna look in this drawer. My security card. Oh, you just find a card? Oh, it's a trick of luck. Let's have Shell examine it. Yeah, what the hell, Crow? You're always like next to the security card. Like you got good instincts, you just can't hone in. Well, it's exactly what we need. Nice work. Oh, at level 3. That should get us into the director's office. So what is it you are hoping to find in there again, Shale? You were saying that a certain device was going to help us? Right, I haven't properly explained myself, have I? I'm looking for data, really. After we've discovered this obviously abandoned complex, I performed a accuracy investigation which detected a connection to an outside network. Ooh. That's got to be where Calyx is hiding, right, surely? When I traced the data routing, I confirmed traffic from a web of Everkeep security cameras. Oh, okay. Considering the way Calyx is always one step ahead of us, we must assume he is quietly seized control of the city's surveillance system and has been using them to monitor our activities. Monitor what you, as the key holder, are planning. But since Calyx's ultimate repetitive for those transmissions, the flow of data is like a river that we cannot flow back to him. Oh, I see. Okay, so that's not great then. Okay, never mind. I take my ooh back. Which is why I need a data relay. If I can analyze the device and see where he is rerouting all his surveillance traffic, then you can pinpoint Calyx's position. That said, he's done nothing to impede our progress, which makes me think he might be on entirely the wrong track. Maybe the reason he isn't stopping us is because he can't. Back in the old castle, Calyx said he was measuring Strife's strength. But what can he possibly dream up that's stronger than him? I don't know. Look, walk them out. I think thinking that we're the strongest on the entirety of this planet is it's dumb. It's egotistical, Wuklamat. There must be someone stronger than me. For now. Oh, speaking of cameras, there's another thing I meant to mention. I found evidence of someone deliberately disabled the surveillance feed in this room. The most recent recording was also crudely deleted. I was able to restore the data. Though, if you'd like to see it. Yeah, sure. Alright, so I'll start the show. What were they doing? Oh. Did you put a key card in the drawer, I guess?
Are you really planning to leave?
Yes. The idea of eternal life. It's begun to frighten me. I struggle to renounce our conventional wisdom. Death is the means by which life prunes its branches, leaving the trunk to grow strong and tall. We die so that our species may flourish. What would become of mankind were we to
What's
halt
going on with
that
this guy?
process? If unending stagnation is the fruit of our labor, then perhaps we strive for the wrong thing.
Okay.
Your argument is a rejection of Master Calyx's vision.
I suppose it is. Perhaps such dread would not plague me, were I capable of sharing his perspective on the subject. But I cannot.
Yeah, I like this security footage. This is creepy.
He and I are too different. In too many ways. I lack his extraordinary genius. I had no illness, threatening to cut my life short. No singularity of will to cut away all distractions and focus solely upon research. I have nothing but respect for his determination. The way he overcame his prognosis and seized the means to transcend death itself. But I'm not convinced that this obsession with living is the right path. That's why I've decided to leave preservation and put all my effort towards building a legacy for the next generation to come. Surely you...
Oh, you saw that coming, right? We saw that coming.
Protocol, you understand. There can be no exceptions.
Was that the previous chief? And this guy was that one who took all the things? Don't shoot the camera, dude. Okay, I thought he was gonna shoot the camera. But that's just stupid. I just shot her ass. That's bad. That's crazy. So is this the guy who's the data pads that we were reading? There should be like a bloodstain over there. I guess they probably cleaned that up, right? If they deleted the camera and stuff, they probably cleaned the blood up. She only wanted to leave. He executed her. Check the images against personnel data. The man who pulled the trigger was Director Demetrius himself. Never mind, I'm wrong. Everything I could find on him pointed to the deep infiltration with infection with Master Calyx. The cameras in his room have been out of operation ever since that instant. Given the recording was erased, I can only assume that he was trying to conceal his grisly deed from the other researchers. Not surprised, given how my parents described their defection from the Institute. They spoke of rushing me through a portal, even as preservation agents closed in on them. I dared not ask what became of them after that. It turns out they were captured by their pursuers. Sure, they managed to escape. They did not regret their actions. Yeah, because I don't know if they managed to escape. All that we know is that they're dead now. So, they did not regret their actions. Right. The echo, knowing you saw them as they were, your words give me great comfort. Oh, Kryl. Worry not, Speed. Thanks to Haven of Living Memory, I was at least able to meet with my parents and learn what they stood for. This is enough for me to carry on. Even now, we do not know the conflict unfolded between your parents and the preservation. What we do know is that your mother and father clearly expunged every last trace of their movements. They made sure no one could cross into the source or threaten their child's safety. Right, let's press on, shall we? The tale behind the key deserves a fitting conclusion. To the director's office. Hell yeah, go ja. Go check it out. Let's go check out that office, baby. This guy's gonna be like a psycho. Like that person she killed is gonna be like hung up in here or some crap. Here we go. Cannot execute at this time. That seemed to be fun. Well, I mean, it's not like the coolest office in the world, but I gotta say, it's a lot more normal than I was expecting. Got up here, got some like Pokeballs on like a little stand. Like rubbish. Ugh. Got like a clock. And what the hell is this? Is it just like a dead plant pot, or is it like a cigarette, like an ashtray? I don't know what's going on with that. Hello. This report on the reducing people's aether and how much energy can be harnessed per individual. Oh, without turning them into, like, ash. Oh, my apologies. I was thinking about the key. Okay. Something odd. Something odd. That? It's just a decanter, bro. Well, maybe it's not even a decanter. Maybe it's just a vase. Or a vase. A vase vase. Got a coffee machine? Coffee cups? Jeez, look at this. Guy's got an issue. A coffee issue. This plant ain't looking so good. Still there a little bit there. Hey, what you found? Come on. Huh? This Director Demetrius was very particular about how he decorated his office. We've got incense and vases and some kind of gem display? Gem display? This thing, huh? A garnet and a sapphire? And an emerald that's missing? It has to be an emerald, right? That's the shape of an emerald. I mean, you know, I'm a level 100 goldsmith. I should know. I should know what emerald looks like. Damn, this terminal isn't connected to any outside networks, so it can't be the data relay I'm looking for. It's a big thing though, isn't it? People would love a setup like that. Office is also similar to the map suggested. I'm positive we're in the right room. What am I missing? Horrible red, like, square of carpet, maybe? Sorry, can I ask you and the others to search the office for any clues? It's an infuriating puzzle. Oh, I thought I already did. I was doing that. A beverage station. Dormant for years, now coffee maker has already entered self-cleaning cycle. It appears to have no purpose. Okay. Shelves, you find crumpled note weight in between the file binders. Service room and lift access requires password to be input simultaneously at terminals. The Proto Lab and the Dorito Lab cannot read this pink, right, and Director's Office. This discovery will interest Shale. Yeah, that seems important. The collection of soul cells. It once belonged to the Director. They appear to be empty. Amongst other personal effects, you find what presumably the Director's data tablet. Closed locker stands next to the table. I don't know what these like camera shots are, but I love it. You pick up the data pad and begin skimming through the contents. Data reports, I guess. Nothing of note. The mystery of the key activation condition remains unsolved. The key triggered an explosion today, temporarily interdimensional portal. An interdimensional portal. Verified. Continue attempts to stabilize the core energy reactions. 13 researchers sustained fatal injuries in the explosion. Memory fatalities of 4 personnel suffered. Intact for endless conversion. Remaining 9 designed for aether reclamation processing. So 9 of them were like too screwed, like eviscerated or something. Nothing more of note. A major incident details in full report. Those 2 inept Methea broke with preservation. Melilia broke with preservation. Absconded with the key. Ah, okay, this is Kral's parents. Though the fugitives have since been caught and eliminated. No way. we were too late to recover the relic. The only reason we retained our flesh was to serve Master Kellex as physical instruments to conduct his experiments. Deprived of the object of our research, our existence serves no further purpose. I dare not imagine the depths of his disappointment in me. The complex is to be shut down. All personnel will have their bodies reduced to aether, which will be allocated to further experimentation. Memory data will be archived. Any endless conversions will be subject to Master Killex's discretion. If he does not deem us fit, then we are not deserving of eternal life. Shut down protocol. All personnel have undergone processing. Once the shutdown protocols have been completed, I will proceed with my own corporeal dissolution. Sorry. As long as the key remains in the physical world, we must keep this complex in pristine condition, whether it be needed for experiments or otherwise. It must be ready to support future operations in whatever capacity Master Kellex requires. To that end, facility equipment will be maintained in stasis mode. Furthermore, a critical component to secure room access will be stored separately to defend against unauthorized entry. Oh, wow. Oh my god, you talked to Crow. Crow! Something strange about this wall. I could have sworn it flickered for a moment there. What? Have you found something? Yeah. Thank you. Misplaced note, was it? With instructions of accessing a secure room, no less. Seems we need to enter a password on 3 different terminals at the same time. There was no such room marked on the map, was there? No. Particularly measured, no doubt. And if passwords are involved, I expect the access lift itself be concealed too. Concealed by electrope, you mean? Ah, could it be that wall? I thought it seemed odd when I walked past. Remember that T'Challa used to say, Shale, never trust an electrope surface. You can pass right through electrope? Electrope wasn't, it appears. Oh, of course, electrope is how you alter the look of Solution 9 floors and walls, isn't it? In which case, it shouldn't be too hard to disable. Oh, where'd it go? Another door. I've managed to deactivate the projection, but the lock is another story. Did that note lay out a password protocol? I say we go ahead and try it. I agree. 2 people should prepare the lab terminals for input, while the rest of us look for passwords here in the office. I'll take the proto lab, and I'll take the Dorito lab. Actually, it might be better if you stayed, Sphene. Your knowledge of Alexandria and its people could be needed here. Yes, you're right. The passwords are hiding behind clues. That may be something I can help with. I can help too. I've lived here my whole life in Alexandria, after all. Right, I will take the Dorito lab then, I guess. Oh, now I'm saying Dorito lab. We keep in touch via communicator. Match our timing. Beth, you should have the honor of entering the office password. Well, why don't you do that, and I'll go help someone else. Once we've determined we need to input, take your place at this terminal. Stand by to guide Wilklemot and Crow through the process. You know, there was a display plate over there. One with gems. I thought, since it was made of electrope, it might have some other purpose. But I couldn't figure out the switches or buttons. Maybe you can figure it out. I've already figured it out. We need an emerald. We clearly need an emerald. Now, okay. Now this could be a ruby sapphire, emerald. But that's clearly a garnet, and we're dealing with FF9, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's a garnet. Cluttered side table. Open the locker. Door swings open easily. Oh. Yep. Close that back up. There's nothing. You shut the locker. Close that. That's the. Oh yay! that was rough. Hey, it is got it. 2 jewels are embedded in electric plate. You identify the blue gem as a sapphire and a red gem as a garnet. Also appears to be an empty slot for another jewel to fit. An emerald. I need an emerald. Where would I get one? We've yet to discover and introduce the passwords. By exploring the immediate area, figure the compounds. Okay. So, could this be anywhere? Hold on, let me take another look at this locker. It has to be here, right? I just didn't know what I was looking for. It's so creepy. Nope. Okay, fair enough. That was the data tablet. We did that already. Now, look closer to these reports. One of them might have hints to the passwords. I mean, I think the password is sapphire, garnet, and one will be emerald. I think that's the password. I'm gonna go look elsewhere. Hello. No, I just pressed this. And the next one, right? This isn't so hard. Yeah, I'm looking for an emerald of some description. Have you seen one, Wolflabot? Guess not, eh? Yeah, we're gonna look elsewhere. Maybe back in the recreational area? Terminal did that. There's nothing here. I think it's probably in the immediate area of the thing. Jeez, I can't clear my throat for some reason. Man eats a sandwich and gets it all stuck up in his throat. I can't do anything. What the hell is this? What is that? It's like one of those pop fidget things. Hey, Kryl. Understood, Shale. But first, you need to find a stool or maybe a sturdy box. Poor Kryl. There's this one here. You want this one? Yeah, I wish I could like bring that to her. I wish they added like optional things in like that. That would be fun. Like it didn't matter or anything. It didn't matter to the quest. It was just like, oh, thank you. You know. All right, Guljar, you found a emerald. You have searched the drawers. And all I found was a cube puzzle. Maybe made of electrope. Probably just a toy, but maybe. Solve the puzzle. You got it. Can I see it? Can I help? Let's see if I move this bit. Jesus, what is wrong with me? What is wrong? Oh, jeez, I'm so sorry. Let's see, if I move this bit and connect the circuit to that one there. Huh? There's something inside. It seems to be I think, Alexandrite. Oh, it could have been Alexandrite. That makes so much more sense. That makes so much more sense. Thanks, Google Jar. Yes. Yeah, see, I knew it. I mean, I would have got it wrong, right? Because I would have made him put in Emerald. But Alexandrite is just as good. There's a complex. Continue studying the display, you realize that these shapes correspond to the rooms of the complex. You now stand. They relate to the password you're looking for. Sapphire. This lock contains a sapphire. Placed in the 4 plans with the proto lab. Alexandrite, director's office. Garnet, and the Dorito lab. The glowing words appear to be handwritten. Yes, I knew that jewel would come in handy. Let me see. Heed the stones? This must be a special meaning. Alexandrians have for gems. It's on a behalf. I think there might be each type of gem means something different. I better ask Fiend, and she could tell you about it. Oh, I've already figured it out. I just want to put the password in. I don't want it to be spelled out for me. Yes, you have questions. You'd only ask. Alexandrite. But aside from its use in relic weapons, well, I was taught that Alexandrite represents a concept of protection. It was identically also the origin of Alexandria's name. Oh, you're thinking it has something to do with the passwords? Yes. A sapphire, a garnet, as well, you say? Are these meanings? Alexandrite, as I said, is protection. Sapphire represents honesty, and garnet symbolizes devotion. We should try these words at the terminals, see if they're accepted. Hope we're right. Okay. All set. Wuklamart and Kryl are waiting for their passwords. Let's start with Wuklamart to the Protolab. What should she enter? Sapphire. The keyword for Kryl? Oh no, it should be these. Alright, we're gonna try this for now, but I think we need to actually put the other ones in. Yeah, okay. Error. What should we do? Right, what did she say? Sapphire was honesty? Is that right? Yeah, and Trial was devotion. We are protection. Right, all passes are ready to enter. Yeah. We figured it. We got it. Hooray for free password attempts. She's got a little stool. That's so funny. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad that worked. Secure room is the only place we've yet to search. The data really anywhere has to be there. We'll venture in as soon as Wuklamart and Kryl rejoin us. That's so funny. I love that she had a stool. I'm so glad we went in and saw her without one, saying that she needs to find a stool. That's great. Alright, everyone, time to board the lift. It awaits us.
This terminal doesn't look special to me, but this is definitely what we're after?
But what's happening to my head? Whoa, you see that?
It will suffice for our purposes.
What the hell? I was freaking out. I was entering the Matrix.
The Endless are created using the memories of the deceased. But as memories are, in essence, collections of data, the resultant entities have no physical form. These data entities, as we might call them, have only two methods for interacting with the material world. One of these we saw in living memory, where the Endless are granted temporary bodies through the use of corporeal ether. They become much like solid ghosts that one can see and touch. The other method, which Kafkiwa employed, is the remote operation of a machine. But where do you suppose the Endless are to be found when not inhabiting a physical body?
A memory stick or something?
The Endless are memories, and if memories are data, then...
Inside Electrope somewhere? In a world formed of data? Yo. They in .hack?
Yes, we suspect they reside in a virtual domain, one contained entirely within an electrope-based machine. We've seen such a realm before, after all.
Right.
Oh, you mean like the Alexandria made from the Endless Fiend's memories? It all seems so real.
So this virtual domain, it would also be housed within the Meso terminal.
I guess.
How? I thought we shut down all the terminals in living memory.
You did. And Kafkiwa's program performed just as she intended. The Meso terminal itself was deactivated, as evidenced by the failure of the device which was keeping Spheen's body in stasis. Be that as it may, we face a master of electrope engineering. That he managed to partition and protect the sector harboring his own memories is well within the bounds of possibility.
Let us say that the Meso terminal does indeed contain a second domain, and that Calyx himself resides there.
Yo, I've been calling that the
city, on
Miso
other hand,
terminal
exists
this
here in
entire time.
source.
Like it's some sort of soup.
That being the case, I thought perhaps we could prevent his remote interference by closing the gate to the Golden City, and thus severing the connection between worlds.
Uh-huh.
Except I tried to close it once already when I visited Living Memory. The process required administrative authorization, a restriction I assumed at the time had been imposed by the Queen.
But now you think Calyx might be responsible.
Just as I suspected. Even now, security transmissions from throughout the keep are being tapped by the core system. Almost every single one has you as its focus. He's keeping track of the keyholder's movements.
Time's up, and what a waste of time it's been.
What the hell?
Hoping to find me by tracing security data.
What's he got this camera facing him for? Like, oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Sort of look.
Through a not inconsiderable effort, I've taken your measure and prepared a force sufficient to subdue you. Come. I invite you to the upper reaches of the Meso terminal. The storage device which holds my memories is there. Break the memory bank and victory is yours. I, in turn, will seek to wrest the key from you with any and every means at my disposal.
Okay.
And if we refuse this invitation?
I will wait and continue to convert Alexandrians into Endless. Consider the urgency of the situation and make the wiser choice.
I mean,
Answer me one question, Calyx.
no, we'll let them talk first, then we'll carry on.
The Endless Fiend. When she was queen, you had her face an impossible task, then manipulated her into using the key when she was at her most desperate. If you can do all that, then why not whisk it away when her plans went to ruin? Why let it fall into our hands?
You pour salt in the wound. That disaster was a miscalculation on my part.
It's just like, I fucked up.
As her end drew near, Sphene and her restructured memories had become one with the terminal's control systems. In that singular place, in that singular moment, she wielded an authority greater than mine. Thus she was able to shield you, the neighboring sovereign to whom she entrusted her nation's future, and the hero to whom she entrusted that priceless key. I am unsure to what degree she perceived my presence, but she knew that someone was watching. Does that satisfy your curiosity?
It does. And I'm satisfied that you will take nothing more from this nation.
Well, I would say
One
he
more
might take a
life,
few more lives.
Not one more future, not one single smile from another child's face. You hear me?
Go on.
Sorry for losing my temper,
Oh, yeah.
but there's only one way we can deal with people like Calyx. Whatever grand future he envisions, someone will be made to pay the price. And I won't let that happen.
Alright. He's wrong if he's taking out a measure. I'm with you. I'm with you. Let's give Ruklamat some more support.
If I may, I realize it is not my place to say this. Even so, I must thank you both. On behalf of my other self, allow me to say how grateful I am to have you as our champions.
You, with all that, was an adventure. May not have been the method Shale was hoping for, but at least we know how to find Calyx. And what we need to do next. Indeed. I shall remain curious about Preservation's research into the key. That is the investigation for another day. Yeah, that sounds like a lead up to a next expansion sort of talk. Right, let's head straight to the back room. We should get everyone on the same page before we make our move. Oh, hey, Arabelle, what are you doing? Situation isn't a bit out there. Isn't our best out there? But at least you have come back to us safe and sound. Yeah. Time to put an end to this. The other self, who entrusted you with the key, though she could not change who she was, consequences of her final choice linger, empowering us to shape our own future. Shayla's been out of sorts ever since we got back. I don't think she liked what Calyx said. But don't worry, I'll do my best to cheer her up. I've passed on the short version of the events to our comrades. We can all prepare for the challenge ahead. Thanks, Carl. And that bastard, Calyx. He waited until I was this close before snatching away my moment of triumph. That infuriating, condescending way he spoke to us. We'll see whose time is up, you smug little weasel. You alright there, Shale? Anyway, I know things don't go to plan, but we learned a great deal about preservation. That knowledge could come in handy in the days to come. Though I'm not sure I'm not able to contribute much to direct confirmation. I mean, see through with you all, providing whatever support I can. You know what? I didn't really think about it before, but I kind of forgot about Erenvale. If there's like one person who's probably gonna follow us from expansion to like a new land, it's got to be Erenvale, right? I just completely kind of forgot about him. Maybe he'll join. Maybe no one will join us. Maybe I'm just crazy, but I feel like someone has to. One of our own next time. Thank you so much for watching. And we'll carry this on next time with one of our own. I think we're getting close to the dungeon and close to the end. I don't quite know where this key is going. Like I said, I've made my predictions, and they're the predictions I'm sticking with, but I don't quite know where this key shenanigan is going. But I feel like it has to lead us to the other shards at some point. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon for another one. Bye bye.